Even though they're underdogs, my money's on the Buckeyes. I'd also bet my entire paycheck that next week Gray Brannon's face will be on the front cover. I can see the headlines now. Can a woman run a hockey team? It's all anyone is talking about on every major sports outlet, and frankly, I'm fucking sick of it. There seems to be a general consensus that she's going to fail merely because she sits down to piss. That seems to be the attitude of the players, too. I've heard more than one guy come out of his meeting with Gray Brannon grumbling about her ideals and methods. Over the last 2 days, as they've all met with her one by one, I try to press them on specifics, yet not one of them can give me a concrete complaint. Again, most are just focused on the fact that Gray is a woman. Claude Amadei actually was bitching about her in the weight room yesterday. When I asked him exactly what his problem was with her, he said, I kid you not, I read an article that said she never wants to get married and have children. I mean, how is that even natural? I felt like I'd fallen down the proverbial rabbit hole and emerged just shy of the 18th century. But I didn't get into it with him. I don't get into it with any of them. They're entitled to their opinions, as am I, as long as we all keep our eye on the prize. My money is on the Buckeyes, I hear, and I glance up to see Gray Brannon looking down at me. Her green eyes flick to the magazine in my hand, and then back to me with amusement. Urban Meyer is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Everyone seems to underestimate his return. Agreed, I say, as I toss the magazine down beside me and unfold my frame from the couch. I hold my hand out to her, and she takes it in a firm handshake. Congratulations are in order. Your dad made a gutsy move, but I'm sure it was the right one. Gray tilts her head and gives me a small smile of acceptance. I'm not sure, but I think I see a measure of gratitude as well. She squeezes my hand briefly before releasing it. You have faith in me. She says it as an emphatic statement with just a tiny touch of wonder. As you had faith in me last year. And still have faith in you, she finishes with a smile and then turns. I follow her down a short hall, right past her father's office, which is empty and darkened, back to her office where she did all of her scouting work. I'm familiar with it because I stuck my head in to say hello to her when I came to discuss the terms of my contract with her father and my agent. Thought you'd upgrade to a bigger office, I say as we walk in, and I notice it's just as overflowing with piles and piles of paper as it was the last time I was here. Nah, she says dismissively as she sits down behind her desk. I'm comfortable here. Stacks of documents and folders cover her entire desk. Binders line her shelves and books pepper the floor. It's a complete and utter mess. Total chaos, and yet I get the feeling that this is the only way that Gray knows how to operate. I pick up a pile of books from one of her chairs and set it on the floor. She gives me a sheepish grin as I sit down. Sorry, just some reading for tonight. Leaning to the side of my chair, I glance down at the books again. Statistical Models, Theory and Application, Strategic Management for Results, Practical Strategies for Sustainability, A Theory of Games and Economic Behavior. I don't know whether to be impressed or terrified, I tell her honestly. And as I raise my eyes back up to her, I'm actually thrown off balance when she tosses her head back and laughs. I'm not jolted by her sense of humor or the easy banter that we have going back and forth. I'm actually struck a little stupid by the full lips bordering an absolutely perfect set of teeth and sparkling green eyes that come to rest on me. It's a moment for me, unconditionally defining. It's a moment I'll look back upon and will say to myself one day, this, right here, this is the moment that it struck me that Gray Brannon is a fantastically beautiful and sexy woman, and that she's actually touchable. I mean, yeah, I always knew she was attractive. How could she not be, with a smoking hot body and angelic face? It's something that I always noticed because, hey, I'm a guy and we notice shit like that. But honestly, before this moment, I think I've always looked at Gray first as an immensely talented businesswoman and a brilliant-as-hell hockey savant. A woman that, as I came to know more about her, I found a deep well of respect for her accomplishments and talent. While I've hardly seen her since she recruited me almost 9 months ago, I've followed her accomplishments. And I'm telling you that anyone, man or woman, who underestimates her is going to have their ass handed to them. But now, as she laughs with candor at me,